rainy day.
YouTube, this is your boy Richie back at it again with another video. I want to thank every one of you guys right now for watching the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name go by Richie Rich Mo. You should do two things before we go any further. Make sure you put that thumbs up. The more thumbs we get, the more people we can reach. And also click subscribe. We almost to 1K, and I don't know what to say. We're almost to 1K. This video is strictly about my opinion about the car audio on here. So there's a lot of people like me that likes to drive around, that likes to listen to their music cranked all the way up, that likes to hear the quantity of the sound of the car when you're driving. You want to hear that, you want to have that nice sound. You know, and there's some people that don't even care about the audio. There's some people that's older age and stuff like that, or maybe youngsters, some youngsters that don't prefer to have their music blasting that loud, so they kind of satisfied with how Honda production is with the car audio. Me personally, I hate it. I think Honda was very cheap when they built this car with the car audio. It was all Honda that did it. There's no Boys or Beats by Dre. There's nothing, nothing that went into these cars besides Honda production, which means it sucks. That's the number one thing I kind of dislike about the car the most. It's just when I came in from my Mustang has stock speakers and stuff, but it was Boys, so it sounded very good. It sounded very good. With this car, it's just Honda production, and like I said, it sucks. Honda production sucks. The sound is, when I got in this car from my Mustang, when I turned it up loud, it didn't sound like just full theater type sound. It sounded like it's low pitch. Like, I don't know, it sounds like in the front, it sounded like the speaker was like, the sound was coming from below the ground, like by my feet area. I don't know, it's weird to explain, but I was not satisfied with how the car sound as far as the audio. Thank God I am the type of person I like to go aftermarket shopping. I don't like to just settle for stock sound or stock anything, period. I like to do my own build to my car. And every car that I have, I always had new speakers, I always had new everything with audio. But yeah, for those of you guys that's interested in the Civic 4, the audio, this is not the car. Okay, this is not the car, but it's, at the end of the day, you can always change audio. Audio should not be a big factor into buying a car. There's so many aftermarket audios you can put into your car for cheap, and the installment is cheap. Everything is cheap. So, like, well, not cheap, but it depends on where you want to go with your sound and how much you want to invest into your car. But like I said, stock wise, this sound is not to my expectations. I don't like it stock. As the time goes on, I tend to grow to it because my ears got trained to liking it, or to, you know, to hearing it after so long. Now I'm like, okay, cool, I like it, you know. But at the end of the day, like I said, I am taking all this stock shit out and I'm putting new speakers in. I'm not getting no big 12s, I'm not getting nothing big in the back, because I need every access for my trunk space as much as I can, because I never had a car with trunk space. I always had coupes. So with this car, I do want to take advantage of having that extra space in the back, so I'm not getting no box or nothing like that. I want to be able to have space, so if I have to move certain stuff, so, you know, just help out family move, or move myself, or I got a big ass item I need to, you know, put in my car, that's always a plus. So I'm not getting no box or anything like that, but I will be getting rid of the speakers. I'm just gonna get something nice. There's a few audios I like personally, so I know what I'm about to roll with, and I think I know what I'm about to roll with. You guys gonna like this one. And but yeah, so overall the sound, the quantity of the sound is not at my expectations. It could be anybody else's. Like I said, I like to have my music loud. I love music. I love just to be in my zone, to hear my vibe, and I just like shit this is sound fluent. But Honda was very cheap with production when it came to that particular situation with this car. So overall, the sound is not the greatest at all. So if you do get this and you are like me, you'll want to consider aftermarket speakers and just get something else. You know, it's not, and see, buying speakers and all that is not very expensive, so you'll be fine. It's no big deal. It's not a big key factor into the car, but it's just like, if you do want to have something nice, you want that nice sound, it's on the production. I don't know how many times I can say that, but that's cool. Also, this car drives so well in the rain. So I didn't even talk about that before, but driving this car in the rain, like I'm driving right now, I'm driving in Sacramento, I'm going to work all the way to Fremont. That's a long ass drive. I'm driving 111 miles one way. So, but to make a long story short, this car actually holds its own in the rain. Like when I had my Mustang, my 2014 Mustang, in the rain, it was a nightmare. You know, obviously Mustangs can't turn. They're known for going straight and crashing into innocent people. But with this car, it holds its own. I'm real shocked. I like the stock tires that they did give this car. Thank you, Honda. It performs well in the rain. It's not the greatest, but for stock wheels, this is definitely great for the rain. I hate rain, period. I don't like driving in it. I just hate everything about the rain. I hate when it gets on my clothes. I hate when it touches my skin. I just hate rain. I love showers, but I don't like rain. But overall, like the wheels, I think when you get the sports and the Sportorns, and it's perfect. It's perfect, and I feel like I'm satisfied with it. Just for right now, until my wheels do go bad. Once my tires need to be changed, then that's when I'm gonna get a whole new wheel set. I'm not in a rush for wheels. Wheels are always like one of my last mods that I do to my car, just because, like I said, this is a brand new car. It's a 2018, barely that much miles, you know, like that. So I'm going to take full advantage of having good tires until they go bad. And that's why I'm gonna get a whole new wheel set, everything. You'll see how nice it is. I already got a few options that I really want to roll with, but like I said, right now I'm not really thinking about it, because that's my last option. If anything goes bad with my wheels, then we got a different situation going on. But like I said, it's brand new tires. I'm gonna let them do their course, and when they go bad, a new wheel set would come. But this car drives excellent in the rain. I give it that. You can speed in the rain. You don't have to feel like, oh shit, my life is in danger. I mean, you should feel like that regardless with rain. But as this car, as I said about this car before, this car holds its own, man. Like, you really enjoy this ride. One thing I don't like about this car in the rain is the windshield wipers. The heavier the rain is, the harder it is to see. Now that's something I don't know. Maybe you gotta invest in better windshield wipers, because the windshield wipers that come on this car is not the greatest. And I'm actually considering buying new windshield wipers, because, you know, a lot of people don't pay attention to that, but that's one of the most critical things when you're in bad weather like this. When it comes, you want to be prepared. I noticed when it's heavy rain, driving in this car, it wipes the window, but it's not visible at all. Like, it's still like, I will still try to pull the shit down so I can get it to speed faster, but that's the fastest it's gonna go when I'm at the max. So driving in the rain with the windshield wipers is a thing that you may want to consider in buying new windshield wipers. They're not that expensive, and it's really worth it. And sometimes you can't be cheap. That's one thing I learned about cars and stuff. Like, if you be cheap, you get what you pay for. So if you really want something best quantity, that's best for you, that's best for your car, sometimes you have to spend. If you go cheap wise, 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna last that long, or it's just gonna cause issues where you have to invest into another one. So why not just get the best? Save your money, take your time, but actually invest into the right parts, and get a good thing for your car. The better you treat your car, the better it treats you in the long run. So for me, I want to make sure everything is legitly good. Like I said, I'm touching every part of my car, but that's one of the main things I do need to take care of, because in the rain, the visibility is not the greatest. The heavier the rain is, like regular rain, little water, it's no problem. But when it start getting heavy rain with him. And also, before I end the video about talking about how this car does in rain and whatnot, and a few things that came into my head. If you're interested in buying any car parts for your car, any aftermarket parts, no matter what car you is, from muscle cars to JDM, whatever. Even if you want to buy the same particular side markers that I got on my car, or the same spoiler, the Type R wing that I do have, you can contact me on my email, and we can negotiate something. But I can give you the best price for the same particular wing that I got. Everything I got on my car, you can buy exactly the same thing I got, just because I have a business venture that I got with the company EOS. I got a business venture with EOS, and we are working together. So they basically allowing me to sell parts, and I make commission off of it. So if anything, if you guys really truly want to buy anything, let me know. Like, if you really want to buy a spoiler and you like how it looks on my car, you can buy the same exact one that I have. It's very light, it's not heavy, so you don't have to worry about no weight being added to your car. It's light as hell. You can lift it with one hand, honestly. And on top of that, it really is functional. It's very good for downforce. So if you're into performance and you want to have that downforce, it's not just the looks, it actually it really works. It really works. So it's functional. So if you're interested in buying any parts, even if you want to get a splitter for your car or a rear diffuser or whatever it is that you want to get, side markers, the emblems, the red ones, the Type R emblems, whatever you want. Even if you got a muscle car, you got a Mustang, Corvette, anything, let me know and I can work with you as soon as possible. All you gotta do is email me or hit me up on my Instagram, and then that way I can let you know how the process goes. So basically, you just gotta pay me, and once you make that first payment, once you make your payment with me, I will call the owner personally. I got a cell phone number, and they ship it out like that. As soon as I receive the payment, they will ship the order out right there. All you gotta do is send me your full name and send me your full name and address, and I send it to them to let them know, look in the system, this is who ordered it, and then they send it right there. I want to thank you, Brian. I want to thank Emmanuel. I want to thank James, and I want to thank Sarah. You guys ordered through me for the car parts. If I forgot your name, whoever else I forgot, I apologize. I'm bad with names. I gotta learn, you guys. But thank you guys for y'all business, and thank you guys for trusting me. And for every one of y'all that ordered with me, y'all can speak for yourself in the comment. I made sure that you got your stuff sent that same day you sent me the money, and you get a tracking on your order, so you can track whenever and wherever your part is until it makes it to your house. So yeah, so anyways, I want to thank every one of you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys so much for your support. We almost to 1,000 subscribers. We 15 away, and it's just a blessing. So I thank every one of you guys so much again for everything. I'm gonna show you what I mean by the visibility in the heavy rain.